If you had a 5-year coma and came back to watch a MrBeast video, you'll notice that the crew is completely different to what it used to be. In today's video, we're going to look at the old MrBeast crew and where they are today. Tyler Conklin. Tyler Conklin was one of MrBeast's old crew members. He'd been featured in a bunch of MrBeast videos and was loved by the fans. But Tyler's final real appearance was in MrBeast's video where he opened a restaurant, and also made a small appearance in Last to Leave the Circle. We used to see a lot of Tyler, but now we don't really see him at all. So where did he go? Well, a quick look at his Instagram will show that he's still with the MrBeast crew, as his bio reads MrBeast Director. It turns out that Tyler now works behind the scenes for MrBeast.
Probably like 4 or 5 years, every piece of content I wrote, I did it with Tyler, who's my right-hand man. And after a long enough time, he starts to kind of get it. He can do most of the legwork and be like, I think this is what you want to do. And then I can just take that. And it makes it so much easier.
He's very heavy on the production side of things now. It was thought at one point that he was fired, but MrBeast clarified that he still works for him. Jake the Viking. Now, Jake the Viking was a huge part of MrBeast videos, and arguably one of the most recognizable MrBeast crew members if we're talking OG MrBeast videos. Jake the Viking was then sort of suddenly let go. He went from being a huge part of MrBeast's content to being not part of it at all. So where did he go? Was he fired? Did he quit? Well, he made a video where he stated he didn't fit the puzzle with how MrBeast videos were moving.
My piece no longer fit the puzzle, if that's the best way to put it. And so it was pretty much like a kind of a mutual parting. You know, me and MrBeast, or me and Jimmy, did not have any type of falling out. There was no argument. There was no bashing. There was none of that. It was very mutual, because it was something I was already contemplating, you know, not if, but when this was going to happen. And it kind of got sped up, you know, because I think I was going to try and wait it out a little longer, because I did enjoy being in the videos. You know, one of my favorite things was being able to help out people.
Jake then started his own brand after this. It seemed as if MrBeast thought he wasn't really needed anymore. Jake the Viking stated he always wanted to do his own thing, and this firing basically gave him the chance to do stuff on his own. Now he's basically a vlogger, doing about 1 video a month. And if we look at his views aren't really anything compared to when he was with MrBeast. Before this vlogging stuff, he was into this whole ghost hunting stuff, which was actually quite interesting. Some of his videos would pick up a couple 100,000 views. Even one video from 3 years ago got 3 million views. Checking out his Instagram, he's on tour with this band called Catch Your Breath. So it seems like he's also into music now. He seems to just be living life, playing music, and making videos. Garrett Ronalds. Garrett is an affiliate of MrBeast. He appeared in many of Jimmy's videos and won $20,000 in Last to Leave Slime Pit wins, and won $10,000 with Ben in the Amazing Beast race. Garrett's first appearance was in I Took Apart My Friend's Car and Put It in His Room. However, Garrett, like other members, stopped appearing in MrBeast videos in 2020. He did something very interesting. No, he didn't go into a production role like some of the other members. He actually went to work for MrBeast's brother, Mr. Bro. Now, he doesn't appear in the videos, but has taken a production role for Mr. Bro. And yes, if you didn't know already, MrBeast has a brother, who also does YouTube. But anyway, Garrett stated that he streams 3 times a week and still produces content. And he said this on an Instagram post. However, this post was over a year ago now. Over on his YouTube, he has a staggering 27 subscribers with no videos whatsoever. Basically, he's in more of a behind the scenes role while doing some stuff for himself. And he also still does work for MrBeast's social media, as he also confirmed. So it seems like he's taken his own path while working behind the scenes for MrBeast and his brother, Mr. Bro. Jake Weddle. Jake Weddle would make some occasional appearances for MrBeast's channel. He appeared in the Amazing Beast Race Challenge, which was his first video on MrBeast's channel. He also appeared in many of MrBeast's brother's videos. Now, Jake Weddle not only would make appearances for MrBeast, but he'd also work behind the scenes for him as a writer and director. This leads us on to when Jake would depart from MrBeast's crew completely, stating that he'd lost passion for his job and wanted to pursue his own career.
It was like a dream come true for a long time, but then as time goes on, I found myself kind of, I guess, losing passion for what I was doing, and I found myself getting stressed out over things that on paper are ridiculous. Like, I don't know if you ever caught yourself at work saying things like, he wants to put how much slime into how little of a space?
He made a video titled Why I Left MrBeast. He wanted to basically move on from this part of his life and pursue a career as a stand-up comedian. It was clear that there was no hate between Jake and Jimmy, just a mutual agreement that Jake had to move on with his career, go on to do stand-up shows as well as continue to upload to his YouTube video, doing videos related to stand-up comedy, I'm guessing to drive traffic towards his shows. As I stated previously, Jimmy and Jake were still friends, and that explains why in 2021 Jake appeared in MrBeast's 50 Hours in Prison video, as well as Make This Shot Win $300,000. Summed up by his Instagram bio, he's a stand-up while also appearing in YouTube videos from time to time. He seems to be happy with where he is, as he's pursuing his dreams while also maintaining a good relationship with Jimmy to this day. Marcus Pearson. He was featured in many MrBeast videos and then just disappeared. While we didn't know whether he had left, was taking time off, or fired, it soon became apparent that he'd been laid off the team. An official reason as to why he was fired is unknown, but most believe it was due to drug-related issues, though there is some possibility that he was laid off due to the economic recession following COVID. Unlike some of the other people we talked about, Marcus had something to say.
That I can make is that he's broken somewhere else. That's the only conclusion that I can come up with. He has a disconnect. I mean, he
stated that MrBeast was broken for firing him. He took to his Instagram story to accuse MrBeast of creating the virus, claimed his termination was purely based on race, and referenced a lot of harm towards MrBeast. What's Marcus doing now? He has a YouTube channel with a whopping 47 subscribers, where he states, beautiful content on the way. Till this day, there is none of this so-called beautiful content there yet. His latest post on TikTok was from 2020, and this was shortly after he'd been fired. Apart from that, unless I'm missing social medias that he's on, there's really been no activity. Twitter is pretty much dead, IG is just regular photos of him, doesn't say too much about what he's doing, and his YouTube and TikTok either haven't been touched or posted on at all for years. So unless you guys can find something out, he's pretty much off social media now for all that I can tell. Now those are the main MrBeast members that left, and there are some other members like Ty, who I haven't mentioned, but he's taken a production role also, just like some of the other members. Now MrBeast's crew now is much different to how it started. We've seen people come and go, and now you know exactly where they are now.